Right, this is the rake gear in the mash tun. We park it under the spout of the mashing machine so that it spreads the grist in an even, and we don't end up with a big heap in below the spout. If we do that, then we do a minimum of raking. In old-fashioned mash tuns, you want to do the minimum of raking with modern malts because they tend to grind them a bit finer, and fine grind doesn't suit this type of mash tun.
Clogs up.
It clogs up, yeah, and then you have to resort to underletting and stirring, and you make a porridge of it, to be honest, and you make it worse. And
so you set the rakes in motion at what stage in the procedure?
To be honest, we use the rakes at the second water. When we're putting in the second water, we run the rakes at the beginning and at the end of the water addition. The other use is very, very limited. We use it to cool the mash at the end of the third water before we discharge it, just to get the air into it. Yeah, aerate it and make it easier for the men on their feet. But the rake gear, I'm not saying we wouldn't replace it with something if it broke down, but you can operate without it. As Glen Turret do, they don't have a rake gear inside.
Stir it with paddles.
Stir it with paddles, yeah. I don't want to resort to that, but that is just a wee bit...
a bit hard on the men.
They've got more men than we've got. But it is something that we want to keep going. But it can get you out of a difficulty if you need it. You could underlet and run the rake gear for one revolution or two revolutions. Modern malts tend to gelatinize a wee bit. They go jellify, if you like, if you do too much.
You agitate them too much.
Too much, yeah, and then you could choke your plates, and you don't want that.
Yeah.
These are all, you've got to find out the characteristics of every mash tun, and everyone I've worked at, they're different.
Is that right?
Yeah. And then if you change something in the mash tun, that again changes the characteristics. So you've got to find it's trial and error, and that's part of the fun of the job, not being the same all the time. It'd be hell of a dull if it was, you know.
Yeah.